This is Miyamoto. Filming is underway for the live-action film of The Legend of Zelda in a lush, natural setting, with Bo Bragason-san, who will play Zelda, and Benjamin Evan Ainsworth-san, who will play Link. Filming is on track for the film's release of May 7, 2027. It will take a while until the release, so we would be grateful if you would wait patiently and look forward to it. Hi, this is Zelda and Link. I don't know, I mean, I kind of feel like this is 20 years or so too late. But, you know, they look like Link and Zelda, kinda. I saw people upset about Blue Zelda, but, you know, they're going for, more of a modern, like, TP and Breath of the Wild Zelda. But however, key art from LTTP will show you that Zelda has been blue before. Crazy. But no, they kind of, I mean, you know what? They're filming in New Zealand, which is the perfect fantasy location. I'm glad it's not just green screen. I don't know how this movie's gonna work. I mean, Link is such a weird character. The only time he's ever spoken, really, was, "Hey, excuse me, princess." And then the other time was, "Great, I'll grab my stuff." You know? But yeah, they look like they could be Zelda and Link. And I'm just wondering, like, what are they gonna do? Also, this seems like damage control. Because there was somehow someone got footage of them filming in New Zealand, which was insane. This is Miyamoto. Tactical drone strike on your location commencing in 5, 4, 3. So yeah, maybe. I don't know. Listen, last time Nintendo did live action was Mario in 1993. And I really like that stupid movie. So why not? Have fun. Just make it kind of weird. And I think if they follow the general, like, gist of Zelda's stories, which it doesn't, I don't know if they're going to do that. You know, the damsel in distress story is not really as much of a thing anymore in the Zelda franchise. It is a little bit, but not as much. And I don't think in general that's the story people are going to tell anyway. So I don't know. I mean, it could just be Link and Zelda versus Ganon. And Link proving his courage as a hero. Zelda proving her wisdom. And then Ganon exerting his power through his muscles. Who knows? I just find it weird. Because Zelda has never, to me, been about, like, these deep, compelling, crazy stories. I like them. There's a couple good ones. Twilight Princess is pretty interesting. Skyward is pretty interesting. And, you know, Majora is my favorite, and that's not even a Hyrule story. That's just, like, all this weird shit that's happening around a town that's doomed. Majora's Mask movie would be cool. I would love to see the film of a moon crashing down into a planet, and all of the people making peace with their final moments, or ignoring it, or trying to stop it. And Link is the only one, you know, I mean, it just that would work, because with the right performances and the right script, that could kind of get that feeling that Majora's Mask has, which is cool. So, Aliens 2. Isn't that the plot of Melancholia? Yeah. Yeah, it kind of is, actually. It's, is that a Lars von Trier movie? Melancholia, or is that Gus Van Sant? I forget. I get the names wrong. Oh, it is Von Trier. Okay. So, I don't know. Yeah, as for them as actors, they look like the characters, and that's fine. I don't think you can really tell very much from just a picture. Also, IGN released some Bozo lists that I wanted to talk about for a minute before we begin the stream today. Also, you know, me being a fan of games, I wanted to just talk about games. This is IGN and Nintendo Life's top 100 best Nintendo games of all time. And they did, you know, number 100 is Eternal Darkness, which is interesting. Star Fox is like 98, just to give you some examples. Diddy Kong Racing and Kirby Planet Robobot, 91 and 92, respectively. So the top 10 feels a lot like recency bias, and I don't know how that's going to look in, say, 10 years. Because I remember every list being Mario 64 and Ocarina of Time in the late 90s, early 2000s. And then every list was, you know, Ocarina of Time, Metroid Prime, and then whatever the most recent Mario game was. So when we're just talking about Nintendo games here, I don't think Tears of the Kingdom is the best Nintendo game ever. I think it's made well. I think there's a lot to love about it. It's kind of polarizing in discussions these days, but I had a great time with it. But putting Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom so close to each other just feels like recency bias. They're great games. They are extremely, like, impressive games that I am happy I've only played once each. I did it. I saw the world. I got that big open world experience. I'm good. I can replay Ocarina of Time and Link to the Past once a year. No problem. So, yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, listen, I talk about games. This is just me talking about games. People get really, like, deeply offended. I'm really, like, seriously, the way that discussion has been with Metroid Prime 4 or Donkey Kong or Nintendo or even, like, Sony, Ghost of Yotei, it's GTA. It gets so exhausting, and people hold so much so close to them. It's okay to let go a little bit. How dare you make fun of Chrono Trigger? But it's okay, man. I think this list is, you know, it's good. There's good stuff on here. I'm looking at Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I don't know anything about that, sorry. Animal Crossing New Horizons is better than New Leaf. It's better than the original. Tetris is on here. Tetris was not made by Nintendo, but they did publish it. They licensed it. Okay, so if we're talking about... There's a weird list, because I don't know if this is just like a bunch of people's favorite games, or if they're the most influential games. Because Tetris, as a concept, is incredibly influential. Is Tears of the Kingdom that influential? It's just more Breath of the Wild, with cool mechanics, like go through ceiling. Real weird, man. Real weird. It is IGN, though, so, I mean, I don't know really what we're expecting. I'm looking. Chrono Trigger is not even a Nintendo game. That's a Squaresoft game. What is this list? I'm sorry, what? Like, I'm reading through this, and I'm just, like, confused, because it says top Nintendo games, but there's rare games, which is fair enough. Mega Man 2? So these are just games that were on Nintendo systems. Mega Man 2 is number 31. Castlevania Aria of Sorrow is 26. Have you seen the 4-hour critique of Tears of the Kingdom by Skitty Bitty? I haven't. I don't think I really need to see that. Some things I don't mind watching critiques of, like the Star Wars sequels, are just fun to watch critiques of. They're just so entertaining. But 4 hours just to tear apart a game at this point in my life, I don't know if I want to see something like that. I don't think that would improve my existence. Number 24 is Majora. 22 is Donkey Kong Bonanza. I'm looking at, someone said I put $10 on this being the current social media intern that put a prompt in Grok. Oh, man. Because again, dude, there's like Mega Man and Castlevania on this list. Those are made by Capcom and Konami. I don't know what this list is supposed to be. Like, Elite Beat Agents is like number 80 or so. Star Wars Rogue Squadron 2 Rogue Leader. Okay, a launch title, but not made by Nintendo. So this list is just confusing. Monster Hunter's on here. Street Fighter 2 Turbo's on here. As for the top 20, I'm going to just tell you, I'm going to end this because I don't know how to end this. I'm having trouble ending this because there's so much I could say. Obviously, my lists, your lists, we love lists. Humans love lists. We love categorizing and ranking. Videos like that are extremely popular. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's some desire to create some kind of order out of chaos. Which is why people drive Joker cars. But to me, Chrono Trigger is a fucking great game. I love it. It really, and Tetris are not Nintendo games. Tetris is not, you know, a Nintendo invention. So that's weird that that's there. Metroid Prime, I would put higher. Galaxy 2 is great. I would that over Galaxy 1 though. Link to the Past is obviously in my top 3. Same with Super Metroid. That's number 2. Ocarina is great. I think Majora could be higher. Resident Evil 4 is one of my favorite games ever made. It's a Capcom game. Final Fantasy VI is a Squaresoft game. Fire Emblem Awakening is actually my favorite Fire Emblem. I don't love the series, but I do love Awakening. Wouldn't be in my top 20. Mario Brothers 3, of course. Smash Ultimate. If you're going to put a Smash game, may as well put Ultimate. But Melee is like, I think, on the list as well. Super Mario Odyssey, at this point in my memory, in my mind, Super Mario Odyssey is a great game. I love it. I had a lot of fun with it. I obviously don't love it as much as I love Mario 64, and I'm wondering if that's because of the mod scene, of course. It is. And because of me growing up with it and the influence it had. But again, this list goes back and forth between recency, influence, and just throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. So I don't know how they're voting, but Odyssey is a good game, but I think Mario 64 is better. I think Galaxy's better. I actually think maybe Mario 3 is better, personally. Who made this list? This is IGN and Nintendo Life. It's just a weird list. Anyway, you know what? We could talk about this for hours. Honestly, I would never run out of things to say. I want to start the stream because it's just weird. You're welcome, chat member. I'm glad you enjoyed me playing Galaxy 63. Vinny, I'm gonna be real with you. Mario 3 is not better than Odyssey. Fair. Okay. Is it more influential than Odyssey? That might be the answer. And also, it depends on what you grew up with. And that is the problem with lists. There's no easy way to categorize stuff. When you are a human with memories and meat, you tend to have this like kind of thing that when you grow up with a game, when you play a game at the exact right time in your life, it is a special thing. Mario 3 is a game I played endlessly. Way more than I've ever played Odyssey. So that would be my choice. But objectively, You might be right. So when they make lists like this, I think what they do is they compile, like, they just get a bunch of people, and they're like, give me your top 25 games. And then, like, 20 people submit, and then they just rank. Which is, you know, I guess that's one way to do it. Who knew? Game Awards? Yeah, we'll talk about those. I don't want to spend too much more time. My brain needs a moment. Yuka Replay needs an update. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go get something to drink. One sec. Okay, this is updating. I have a 9 Inch Nails poster where the whole thing was you peel the front layer and the back layer becomes part of the poster and you're supposed to rip it. The name of the tour was Peel It Back, and the poster is therefore Peel It Back. So this is an example of one of the posters, right? So I got mine. I fucking ruined it. It would not rip properly at all. I spent an hour using a hairdryer, which was recommended to heat up the sticky substance so that it would come off easier. I used an X-Acto knife, and this poster was absolutely not how this thing was intended. And then I read that people got posters with, like, the stick was just too much. So I wasn't the only one. But I tried, and I really, really, really tried, and I just peeled layers off the front, the back. It was just ruined. So I contacted them, and I got it. They sent me another one, which is nice. So I decided to not even bother peeling. I tried, and the same issue was happening where I was peeling, and it was just that white stuff, like the other layer, was just ripping. But I didn't even care. I was like, I love this tour so much. I really like 9 Inch Nails. I'm just gonna keep the poster as is. Really cool concept, but apparently a lot of people had defects or just a miserable time trying to peel it. They didn't even sell these on tour. They sold them online only. So another friend of mine also got it delivered, and the bottom corners were fucked up. So they also sent another one. So I'm wondering how much money Trent Reznor lost on this. Coolest idea in concept, but in execution, not great.